Here's a recent quote from Sergino Dest on his time at Barcelona. He said, "I don't feel I had the necessary chances with Xavi. I could not be myself. I want to join the attack, which is my biggest strength, but he asked me not to go forward." In the summer of 2023, before going on holiday, he told me, "I am counting on you. Don't read the press." And as soon as I returned, he told me, "You have to go." Luis Garcia back with us, Kasey, Keller also with us. But let me start here in the studio with you guys. What's your reaction to what he said here?
2023, the club, I mean, Sergino Dest must have known, the club were trying to out many players to get them off the wages, to be able to loosen the cap, to be able to register other players. And on the other side of this, you know, we watch a lot of, and have watched a lot of Barcelona and many, many other teams. And particularly in the season where Xavi was successful, but even in the season he wasn't successful, his fullbacks got forward. He was an attacking manager, maybe too much so at some point when they were defensively very poor. So to me, this is just a bitter pill because, you know, he was out of favour at Barcelona. He was out of favour at Milan. When he goes there on loan, I think it was. He just wasn't what that manager wanted, and the club had to get players out. He's not a Barcelona player.
Is that what it comes down to, Stevie? That he wasn't good enough for Barcelona?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's got "this wasn't my fault" written all over it. I mean, that's what he's saying. It's not my fault. But if you look at Sergino Dest's career, I mean, everything that's happened to him absolutely has been his fault. Where since he left Ajax has he actually been wanted? So to try and turn around and say that this was Xavi's fault, I think is a bit disingenuous. The fact is that as a player, you make yourself into a position where the manager can't get rid of you. Whether it's because the club need to bring in money or whatever the reason may be, your performances on the field will dictate whether you stay or go at any club. And so, to turn around and say what he has said is, in my opinion, he's just trying to shift the blame for him not being that great.
Luis Garcia, are you surprised to see this from Sergino Dest?
A little bit yes and a little bit no. In the end, let's not forget, we've been, all of us there. We know that when you are a football player, you are a little bit selfish because you only look what is happening around you, what is happening to you. You don't see furthermore than a team or a manager normally try to look after the 25, 26 players they go around and what is the best thing for the team to do it. When you're a player, the only thing that matters to you is if you play, if you don't play. I'm surprised that he says that he didn't have enough opportunities and the confidence. And I agree that, excuse me, sometimes they are players, and I was one of them, that they needed the confidence of the manager. But as soon as I was 22, a manager told me, if you want confidence, go to the Corte Inglés and buy some, because that's the way it is. I mean, in a professional team, in a high club, or that is looking for the best and win trophies, you don't have many opportunities. He played 72 games for Barcelona, so I think that he got enough opportunities to show his strength. I was really, really excited when he arrived to Barcelona, but he kind of started very well and started going a little bit down. Injuries, not maybe taking the chances, and in the end, it happens what it happens. It's Barcelona. It's not waiting for anyone. If you don't give what they're expecting, they move on and they try to sign some other players.
Corte Inglés, Bloomingdale's, for those of you wondering what that would be the equivalent of over here. Is transparency Is transparency the least you could expect, though, Kasey, from Dest's point of view?
Well, I think all of us on this show have had managers that have told us what we wanted to hear instead of what we really needed to hear. And then we've had other managers that were, I think, honest. And I think we respect the honesty more, even if you're telling me something that I don't want to hear. So I think if Sergino had come back and said, you know what, Xavi told me, I don't think you're in my plans. I think we're going to have to sell players. If we get an offer for you, we'll probably take it. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to give you every opportunity to fight for this position. But to tell somebody, and then once again, we don't know how both sides of this conversation went. But let's take Serginho's word for it. And if Xavi tells him, "Hey, you're in my plans. Don't worry, you're good," like that, then that's wrong. Then just be honest with somebody and go from there. Because I think the players respect the honesty a lot more than somebody trying to tell them what they want to hear.